The objective is we want you all to begin making correct financial decisions early. That way, when you graduate, you don't have problems. Need something?
I need another
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And today, the two topics that I was asked to speak on is budgeting, which is basically wants versus needs, and credit. So that's where our main focus is going to be for today. Your life is controlled by two specific numbers. The first number, I'm sure, is your Social Security number, which you're very familiar with. Everybody know what their Social Security number is here?
Yes.
Does anybody in this room carry their Social Security card with them? Carry the card with you. Okay?
Yeah.
You do? Do not carry your cards with you. Your Social Security number should be in your brain, because what happens is, if you lost your wallet or someone stole your wallet, they have your Social Security number and they can steal your identity. So most people do not have their Social Security cards with them. And I can tell you, a friend of mine, I couldn't believe it, in her 40s, had her purse stolen with not only her Social Security number, but 3 of her children's Social Security cards in it. Don't carry it, okay? Keep it at home in a safe place where no one can see it. The other number that is even more impactful on your life is called a credit score or a FICO score. How many in this room have heard that term? Not too many. Okay. This number, which you are going to start building the moment you get a credit card, is going to control your financial life forever. It is going to impact the interest rates you get on a credit card, on a loan. It's going to impact your insurance rates, because when you go to apply for car insurance, they're going to look up your credit score. And if it's a good one, they're going to give you a better rate than if it's not a good one. And what I'm hearing a little bit more of is employers, especially if you're going in jobs that are finance related, they're checking your FICO score because they don't want to hire someone who's financially irresponsible. So this number is going to be critical to how you're going to be able to live your life in the future. So it's important that you start learning, which I talked about in the last session, the rules of the game, because if you know the rules, you can play the game and you can make good financial decisions. Now, when we talk about these areas, we put FICO in the middle because, like I said, that's the thing that's going to control. Now, what impacts the FICO score is, number one, spending, and number two, your ability to pay for that spending. Spending, you with me so far? Okay. Spending is about expenses. And as college students, you need to understand that little expenses add up to big dollars. So, for example, when you're looking at the coffee or the latte or the breakfast sandwich or the water bottles, vending machines, videos, premium channels, all of these things are little dollars, but when you do them every day, it can add up to a couple $100s a month. We call this money pit number one, because there are other ways you can get these items, possibly, without having to spend money every day. Think about the items we just talked about, and let's assume you spend $5 a day as a college student. And what I hear a lot of is, I didn't want to get up for breakfast, my meal plan is already paid for, but I wanted to sleep. So I could go to my first class, skip breakfast, the cafeteria is closed after my first class, so what do? I hit the vending machine, because I'm hungry. $5 a day is not hard to spend, especially when you're a college student. So if you spend $5 a day times 365 days, that's $1,825 a year. That could be an iPad, a laptop. That could be less money you need to borrow for your student loans for the following year. It could be your books. And What I want to impress upon you is, it may only be $1 or $2, but it's $1 or $2 every day. And it's okay if you think through the process and you say, you know what, I really want it, I thought about it, I need it, I want it. Go for it. But if you think about it and you can find an alternative, then use that money for you. Now, I'm seeing a lot of new faces from the previous session, so I want to go over something really quickly that I covered in the previous session. There are two thought processes that I want you all to know. One is research, do your homework, question anything you don't understand. It's going to give you choices and then decisions. You're going to be able to make good decisions, which is going to get you dollars. These dollars are going to lead to financial independence. The more good decisions, the more dollars, the more quicker you're going to get to financial independence. The main thing you have to remember is you've got to do your homework. You've got to research the topic. Know what you're buying. If you do this, you'll be able to make the best decisions. The other one is, if you know the rules of the game, you can play within the game, and you can possibly win the game, but you got to know the rules. Okay? And that's what I'm talking about here. When you spend money, especially on those little things, it's not like you bought a pair of pants, you go return it, you get your money back. The money is gone. It's gone. You're not going to get it back. It's gone. And how easy is it to spend money versus how easy is it to save money? Anybody want to tell me how easy it is to save money and grow money? Yes? No? It's easy to spend. How about growing money? You want to save money and you want to make it grow. How easy is it to do that?
It depends on the process.
Tell me a couple processes you think you could go through.
Well, if you could put it in your savings account
Right?
and let that build up. It depends on how much money they have. If you have a lot of money, you get a CD, which is, then you put that in the bank and it works for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't touch it, you can if you don't need to. Like they say, you just have two accounts, one for savings and one for checking, but don't touch your savings. So your savings go well.
Okay.
And work for you.
Okay, let's say of that $1,825 we had, let's say there was $1,000 that you had, and you put it in the savings account, and you were going to let it grow. That's one way. Anybody else? Yes.
At each paycheck, every time we pay, take a certain 5%, or I like to take 8% on, go to the bank and add 20% over to spend on my weekend or on myself or buy things I need around the crib, but not the house.
Good, very good. There are three ways to grow money.